Howdy, folks. Did you know that Nevada County has over 2,000 mines? Even though a majority of these claims have been abandoned, some of them are still in operation to this day. When gold was discovered by James W. Marshall along the American River near what is now the town of Coloma, naturally the fascination for gold migrated up to Nevada County. By 1850, the claims quickly grew in Nevada City and Grass Valley. Even though there is no definitive record, it is estimated that in Nevada County, a little over 17 million tons of gold have been mined right here below our feet. The gold rush mainly took place in Nevada City and Grass Valley, and even though the two towns were similar and a very short distance apart, the demographics were far from it. The people who lived in Grass Valley usually consisted of the working class who populated the mines during their heyday, whereas Nevada City was started by prospectors, and over time it slowly transitioned to upper-class mine owners and individuals. It's hard to exaggerate the enormity of the gold rush's demographic impact on California. In a few short years, it transformed from a sparsely populated, newly acquired territory of the United States into a fully formed state with a thriving economy. Between 1848 and 1849, the influx of settlers to the area exploded from just 400 to 90,000. The gold quartz mines of Grass Valley and Nevada City were the most productive in the state, and a few still operate today. Walking down any street in both Nevada City and Grass Valley, you are reminded that mining was a main source of income here until the 1950s. The mines helped build the foundation of these two cities. Along with the mines came other types of revenue that has allowed the area to thrive. One lucrative form of revenue came from performance arts. These performances included people like Lotta Crabtree, Mark Twain, and Jack London. All of their acts took place in the Nevada Theater, built in 1865 and is California's oldest existing theater building. Saloons were another source of revenue. Between 1856 and 1880, beer production in Nevada County increased from 44,000 gallons to 500,000 gallons per year. And by the end of that period, there were a total of 41 saloons serving in Nevada City and Grass Valley. Gold Rush place names are a bit of history, each holding a story, sometimes untold. There's no mystery connected with the naming of Whiskey Creek. A prospector was leading a string of pack burros, on which one he had roped a keg of whiskey. Crossing a nameless creek, the burros swam, and the keg sank in the water. "That keg was worth 50 burros, the prospector cried, as the West's biggest whiskey and water washed away down the creek bed. He promptly named the creek after his lost liquid fortune. After mining slowed down and had to be abandoned, Grass Valley and Nevada City had established themselves as innovators. The second gold rush hit when technology geniuses Charles Litton and Dr. Donald Hare relocated to the area and embarked on their video technology business. The mines have long been closed and most of the shafts sealed up, but for those of you who know where to look, you can venture into the caverns that once produced more gold than any other area in California. On this stop, we'll be going down under to take a deeper look at the North Star Mine and how it once operated long ago.
Within 2 years of James W. Marshall's discovering gold at Sutter's Mill in 1848, great hordes of 49ers had pretty much panned out most of California's gold-bearing stream beds. Gold was also first discovered on the Yuba River in 1848 at Rose Bar. John Rose arrived in July, and by fall he'd started a store, created a town, and by 1850 it had grown to 2,000 men. High waters in 1849 forced the miners farther back into the ravines, which they came to realize had more gold than did the river. Hard rock and underground mining began and pushed Nevada County into a new level of gold extraction. 125 years ago, There were 95 working mines within spitting distance of the North Star House, which is located not far from the North Star Powerhouse. Just imagine the noise and activity in the frenzied quest for the precious metal. With 95 working mines, there was no escape from the constant stamping of the rock that was pulled from the numerous shafts. It was said that when the stamp mill stopped, that is when the community began to worry. In June 1850, when George McKnight kicked over a piece of quartz while chasing his cow, little did he know that it would end up with Nevada County being the largest gold producer in California. He discovered a gold-bearing quartz outcropping near where St. Patrick's Church sits in downtown Grass Valley today. In October of that same year, a lumberman named George Roberts found flecks of gold in a surface outcropping of quartz where the North Star Powerhouse's main parking lot is now. And in 1851, the Levance brothers discovered the North Star vein. They formed the Helvetia and Lafayette Gold Mining Company, which struggled until it was bought by William Bourne II, son of the Empire Mines owner. Gold mining generated much wealth, but created many problems. One problem was the stripping of the hillsides of trees to power the large steam engines. The amount of trees needed to power a single day could easily fill a warehouse. 50 years of harvesting wood for the numerous mines, while also building homes for the massive influx of people, quickly deforested large areas. James Haig, a Harvard-educated mining engineer, had become the owner of the North Star Mine in 1887 when he purchased the mine from William Bourne Jr. At that time, he hired his brother-in-law, Arthur DeWint Foote, a Yale-educated civil engineer, to find another way to power the mine. Commercial production of electricity was only a few years old and considered unreliable. He knew about Lester Pelton's wheel and how he had modified its design to attain unheard-of efficiency. Foote took Pelton's concept to new heights by installing the largest wheel of its time. At 18.5 feet, he designed the North Star Mine Powerhouse in 1895. The design channeled water down an 800-foot drop through a 7,000-foot 20-inch pipe. It was reduced down to a 1.5-inch nozzle, creating the horsepower to spin the wheel over 70 RPM. It was the first complete water-powered, compressed air transmission plant of its kind. Foote then designed a 30.5-foot wheel and expanded the powerhouse in 1898. After the mines closed in 1956, the powerhouse was deemed an attractive nuisance and fell into wreck and ruin. A dedicated and impassioned crew of preservationists saved the big wheel from scrap heap. The powerhouse was restored to its former glory, and the mining museum was born.
Well, folks, our trip down the North Star Mine has come to an end. Make sure to explore the many treasures the museum has to offer, and thank you for taking the time to learn a bit about our rich history here in Nevada County. Make sure to check out our other history stops around the county by visiting nevadacountymedia.org for a map of locations. Remember, folks, we hope you visit us and enjoy this beautiful place we call home, and enjoy Nevada County's gold.